to have these materials on one plant and transform it in a liquid way to maybe your lysine fermentation plant. This is maybe the big advantage of this plant in Blair, Nebraska. That means everything is made in a distance from maybe 250 meters.
What do you estimate the capital price of a lysine operation or lysine plant?
New and grassroots.
Yeah.
If you want to build 100,000 capacity, 100,000 metric tons capacity per year plant on grassroots, you have to spend 300 million.
Okay.
It's a ballpark price.
300 million for the lysine sulfate product?
It's maybe, I think you can save maybe 10% of money, but I think don't forget the Verbund technology. That means if you had, or if you can add your plant in an industrial zone where maybe you have the media ready to use, you have wastewater disposal, you have zero logistic costs for everything prior to the product, then this saves much more money than only comparing both processes. Therefore, I think people are looking for the proximity to a sugar producer and try to build the plants maybe on a GV base on the ground of maybe a different company.
So just to get the numbers right, $300 million for 100,000 metric ton a year.
Yes, this is a ballpark.
Thank you. Before we leave, Karl-Heinz, can you give us your summary of what you think about the Chinese technology status versus the Big Seven?
Chinese technologies, sometimes it's a little bit like a closed shop. It started with a strain, and if you look to the past, then you see that not everything in strain development and having maybe strain optimization was done properly. There was some thieving activities, taking maybe strains from other sources and then starting own optimization. But maybe this hopefully is over. Then I would say Chinese technology, if you have seen Chinese plants very often and compare it with Japanese, US or European plants with a good engineering department, building it safe, long living, good materials, then I think these Chinese plants are cheaper in material, cheaper in, I would say, engineering parts. They have cheaper equipment, of course. As if I would buy maybe the same vessel from a European source or from a US source, and I would buy that in China, then there is maybe a price difference of 30%. Energy costs, I'm not sure. Europe is rather expensive, maybe too expensive. Then labor cost is also a good thing in China because you can add maybe 5 times more people and pay in total less than what we have to pay. So
Karl-Heinz, how about the status